Pesikta Rabbati. P'sqita Rabbita is a collection of Aggadic Midrash on the Pentateuchal and prophetic lessons, the special Sabbaths, etc. It was composed around 845 CE and probably called Rabbati to distinguish it from the earlier Pesikta. In common with the latter, it has 5 entire pisǩot, no. 15, number 16, number 17, number 18, no. 33, and the larger part of no. 14, but otherwise it is very different from the Pesikta, being in every respect like the Tanhuma Midrashim. Friedman's 1880 edition. In 1880 Friedman edited a version of the Pesikta Rabbati which contains, in 47 numbers, about 51 homilies, part of which are combinations of smaller ones. 7 or 8 of these homilies belong to Hanukkah, and about 7 each to the Feast of Weeks and New Year, while the older Pesikta contains 1 each for Hanukkah and the Feast of Weeks and 2 for New Year. Pesikta Rabbati contains also homilies to lessons which are not parallel in the Pesikta. There are also various differences between these two P'sqita in regard to the feast day lessons and the lessons for the Sabbaths of mourning and of comforting. The works are entirely different in content, with the exception of the above-mentioned no's 15 to 18, the part of no. 14, and some few minor parallels. The Pesikta contains no halakhic exordiums or proems by our Tanhuma, but in the Pesikta Rabbati there are not less than 28 homilies with such exordiums having the formula Yelamadenu Rabenu, followed by proems with the statement Kakpata our Tanhuma. 2 homilies, nos. 38 and 45, the first of which is probably defective, have the Yelamadenu without proems with Kakpata, etc. Some of the homilies have more than one proem by our Tanhuma. The pisǩot taken from the Pesikta have of course no Yelamadenu Tanhuma proems. The first part of pisǩot no. 14, which does not belong to the Pesikta, has at the beginning 2 halakhic introductions and 1 proem of our Tanhuma. Homilies nos. 20 to 24, which together form a midrash to the Decalogue, are without these introductions and proems. Only 3 of the homilies for the Sabbaths of mourning and comforting have such passages, namely, nos. 29, 31, 33, but they are prefixed to those homilies beginning with no. 38, which have the superscription Midrash Hanenus, a name used to designate the homilies for New Year and the Feast of Tabernacles which the old authors found in the Pesikta Rabbati. The present edition of the Pesikta Rabbati, which ends with the homily for the Day of Atonement, is doubtless defective. The older Pesikta has also various homilies for Sukkot, Shemini Atzeret, and the Feast of the Torah. Some of the homilies also, as nos. 19, 27, 38, 39, 45, are defective. Pesikta Rabbati therefore appears to be a combination of various parts, the homilies, perhaps, being added later. It is said above that no. 46 is a foreign edition. Here P'sqita 1 is interpreted as an acrostic, and there is also a passage from the Midrash Conan. Other passages also may have been added, as the passage in number 20, which is elsewhere quoted in the name of the Pentateuchal, and of Maseh Beresh again. Number 36 was considered doubtful on account of its contents. No. 26 is peculiar, referring not to a scripture passage but to a verse or a parable composed by the author. The diction and style are very fine in many passages. In the beginning of the first homily, which shows the characteristics of the genuine portions of the Pesikta Rabbati, in the proems of our Tanhuma following the halakhic exordium, the year 845 is indicated as the date of composition of the work. There are no grounds for regarding the date as a gloss. In the appendix to the Friedman edition 4 homilies are printed from a manuscript, nos. 1 and 2 of which have Yelamidinus and proems. The Midrash referred to here is a later, shorter Midrash for the feast days, designated as New P'sqita, and frequently drawing upon the Pesikta Rabbati. It has been published by Jelinek in Bet Ha Midrash, vi. 36-70.